Okay, welcome to You Can Do It. The second part of Mary Berry's Christmas cake. I've got my raisins, some Bio Rosina from Austria. They're actually slightly bigger than the sultanas, but hey, can't win them all. So we'll speed this up a bit of bucket chemistry really. There's the zest from 2 oranges, just a bit over 200 grams of raisins. Got some more of that because, if you have a look in here, it's been sitting for a day. And look at that, it's hardly, there's a little bit of brandy left. So those sultanas and cherries have soaked up all that brandy I put in. So if I now chuck in with 200 grams of that, of those in there, and there we are. So we're going to start going bucket chemistry all day. We're going to mix this up, and then I think really these raisins are going to be a bit dry, so I'm going to just chuck in a load more brandy. Then I've also got some currants coming. Lovely lady at the Austrian shop didn't have them in, so she said she'd order them specifically for me, which can't get much better than that for customer service, can you? Right, look, that's the job done. And I'm just going to chuck a bit more in there, so it's probably going to end up being nearly, yeah, it's going to be half a bottle of brandy. This is only a 0.7 litre bottle, so yeah, I've got a bit of brandy coming out now. Good, so to mix that up, put that back on there, and then leave it for a bit. See you soon. Okay, the currants are turned up, 250 grams there, 250, so it's 500, so they're going to go in there. That's been sitting for another day or two, and as you can see, it's soaked up. There's nothing coming, it's soaked up all the brandy. So I'm going to actually put a little bit more in there, and then I'm going to show, it says in the recipe, Mary Berry's recipe, to have blanched almonds. I've just got normal ones from, ones with the skin on, from this is from Lidl, and I'll show you really quickly how to blanch your almonds rather than spending a fortune on ones that are already done. You can do it yourself, so that's really easy. Okay, I've put them in there, so mixed them all up with the old ones. Look, all the brandy's soaked in already, so I'm just going to put a little bit more brandy on there. Let that soak for another day, and then that'll have had a good, like, almost a week of soaking with brandy, and then to go. Right, next thing is we need some blanched almonds. So we're going to, how do we get some blanched almonds? So these are just normal almonds. We need 75 grams. 60. I'm doing bucket chemistry here. That was it, 79 grams. Right. Take your 79 grams of things. Get a pan of boiling water. Get a timer ready, so you know exactly how long. Chuck on nuts in, the almonds are in. Set our timer, look, I'm just using a countdown, I'll wait till it's at 4 minutes. Yeah, 5 seconds to go, so I'll start taking them out. Just take them out, get rid of the water, and then stick them on a towel or something. Okay, I've got all the almonds out, just chuck them on here. Right, let them dry quickly on there. Now, as you can see, if you just squeeze them, you can see, look, they come out, the skin comes off them. Ooh, look, just squeeze it and the skin comes off. So I need 2 hands to do this normally, because they ping all over the place. So I need 2 hands. So it's really easy, look. You just hold it, there, the skin comes off, and then you've got blanched almonds at a fraction of the price, because they're really expensive things. So let me get on and do that, and I'll come back to you when I've got the skins off. Okay, took about 4 minutes, because the alarm's just gone on the watch, and that was set for 5 minutes, and a minute of that was boiling these, and 4 minutes to get all the skins off. So now I've got 75 grams of blanched almonds, which is significantly cheaper than if you buy them like that, and it's so easy. Look, they're the old skins. So yeah, so we've got those now. I'm going to put the lid back on here, let that soak for another day or two until my last bit of ingredients turn up, and then we can get on and make the actual cake and bake it. See you soon. Welcome back to You Can Do It. This is part 2 of Mary Berry's Christmas cake, classic Christmas cake. But I'm going slightly off piece because it's slightly different. I'm doing things slightly differently. This has been here now. That's been they've been soaking for a whole week, and I'd have to tell you they smell absolutely gorgeous. So we're actually going to be mixing them in today. All my ingredients are here. Blanched almond. Took a long time to get my black treacle. I had to go up to Munich to get that. I got my black treacle and some of the herbs. Yeah, this is the mace, and this is the allspice, which is actually just a single spice. But we're actually going to make our own. Her recipe wants 1.5 tablespoons of spice. We're actually going to make our own. So we've got all the ingredients of here: coriander, nutmeg, that's mace, cinnamon, and that is allspice. I've just got the last bit to do, is I've been grinding them all up in here to get the thing. So they were cloves, which have been all ground up. So that's basically done. So I need to get myself, there's basically a whole teaspoon in there. So I'll put that into there, and we'll chuck them all in there and mix them up, and that'll be my sort of Christmas allspice mix. I'm not putting any ginger in it. This is where I'm differing. So there's no ginger in my mixed spice because I remember my mum didn't used to put that in. So anyway, I want to get on and do that now. But we've also got the sugar, 250 grams of sugar, 280 grams of flour, 250 grams of butter, 4 eggs, a mixing pot, and a baking tin. Luckily, I mean, Lidl are brilliant. They just happen to be selling these the blooming week I need it. And that's found quite a nifty way it says you've got to put greaseproof paper on it. But these bottoms come off. You just literally stick a piece of square paper on there, and then stick that over the top, and it's all job done. I don't know how you're supposed to do this, but I've just stuck that round and then used a bit of butter here to glue it all together. So that is now completely lined. So I'm going to mix all that up. We'll mix it all up now, as I'll show you in a minute, and then stick it in here, and then that goes into my oven at 140 for 4.5 hours. We can do it. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so mixed all that up, put that, that's my own. Smells lovely. Homebrew Christmas mixed spice. So first of all, I've chopped those up. Chopped up my almonds. They can go in. And the sugar. 250 grams of sugar. Well, actually, I did 200 grams because we're not a sweet household, if you know what I mean. So mix that up. Obviously, have clean hands, but we've mixed that up. Now we need to put a tablespoon of black treacle, very important for a slightly bitter taste, and then I'll put the butter in. I'll need 2 hands to do all that, so I can pop the lid. Oh, no, I can't. I'll do that. I'll be back. 1 teaspoon. I put 1 and a little bit of tablespoons of that in here, and we haven't got a mixer with us at the moment, so I've just done it all with a fork. Actually, it works out all right. So there's no butter in there yet. There's just the sugar, the almonds and the treacle. Then you can just see that you've got an even mix. Yeah, whereas you sort of put the butter in first, you never really get an idea how even it is. So done that. I'm now going to chuck my butter in. Butter's in. Keep this. We'll use that later for greasing the tin. So yeah, I'm just going to mix this up now. Secret with the butter is to make sure it's been standing for a couple of hours at least at room temperature. Then it's already soft and it just mixes up really easy. So that was literally a minute of beating, and that's all nicely mixed. So now what I'm going to add is I'm going to put the flour in, but it also needs to put a 1.5 of mixed spice, but I'm going to actually mix the mixed spice into the flour now, so it's all fairly thoroughly mixed, and then I'll add the flour. Correct me, that is 1.5 teaspoons of allspice is going to go in there, and I'm going to mix that. That's a good 1.5 in there. I'm going to mix that straight in there so I know that it's a little bit extra for good luck. So if I mix it in there, then I know it's all mixed up before it goes in the main mixture. So I need 2 hands to beat that up. So here, but it's actually a sort of a brown colour now, so I can see that that's all thoroughly mixed. I just need to chuck in my 4 eggs in there. I'll mix them up and then I'll put the flour in. 4 eggs. 1, 2, different coloured yolks there. 3, 4. So I need both hands to mix that up. So I'm going to mix that all up and then start pouring that in there, into there. So I'll be back when I do that. Beaten up with the eggs are all beaten in. So now just mix the flour up. We'll just put a little bit in at a time and blend that in. But I need 2 hands to do that, so I'll have to show you that once it's all done. Mixed in all the flour and everything. Look, nice consistency. It's all totally even, and I've just done all that with your common fork. So you don't need any special equipment. I mean, you just have to beat it for a bit longer and harder by hand, but you can do it all. Now I'm going to add our lovely bowl of soap. They've been soaking for a week now, and I say they've got over a half a bottle of brandy in them, so they're going to be pretty potent. But some of the fruits are quite dry when you put them in anyway, so that's why they soak it in. Right, I'm going to mix it all like that. It's done. It's a nice even mixture. That smells gorgeous. I did use the big spoon for that because it took me forever with a little fork. Okay, so now we need to put two layers of greaseproof paper on there. I've got a quick way of doing it actually, because this is one of these tins that this bit clamps around it. So I'm going to just try. I've got 2 pieces of paper in like that. Yeah. On 2 pieces of paper, so that saved loads of time and hassle having to cut out 2 round discs to be the same size. I'm just going to get a knife and cut it down the side there, and then that's good to go. I've got 1 round here, then I need to put another one a little bit higher, just so if it's a fan oven it doesn't sort of burn on the top of it, which I'll do now. Butter paper, and then we'll rub this all around here to give it a grease. So I'll do that. So I've got 2 layers on the bottom, 2 layers around here. I've got a taller one here, just if it's a fan oven, just to try and stop the hot air coming over the top and burning the top of the cake. But even if you haven't got a lot of here, you can maybe put some tin foil over the top in the oven. Now we're going to put this in there. There it all is. Put it in there, tampered it all out, pushed it all out to the side. Had a little taster in there. How is it, Tiny?
Good.
Good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can
So, yeah, in a minute, and then we'll stick this in the oven now.
Yeah.
Put it in for 140 degrees, or 120 if it's a fan oven, for 4.5 hours, I think. So we'll do that now. Okay, it's just come out of the oven. Got that lovely, crisp, brown topping. It smells absolutely gorgeous. So what we're supposed to do now is, with a skewer, stick a few holes in here, like this, so that we can actually feed it with brandy as the weeks go on. So we're going to wrap this up now and leave it for 2 or 3 weeks, a few days before Christmas, and then we'll put the topping on, which will be part 3 of the video. So I'm actually just going to leave it in this tin because it's got 2 layers of cooking paper around it. So I'm just going to literally pour some brandy on there, which we'll do in a second, and then close all that down and wrap the top with some tin foil and stick it in the cupboard, a dark cupboard, to moisten up. So let's just stick the brandy on. Pour a little bit of brandy on it. So we're just actually watering it basically. We'll leave it for about a week in the cupboard, and then we'll do that again. We'll water it 2 or 3 times before we actually fully make it. Hopefully that'll all soak in there and make it moist, and it smells gorgeous at the moment. Wrapped in tin foil now. I'll put an elastic band around there. So we'll stick that in the cupboard now for about a week, and then we'll bring it out again and water it. We'll do that up until the beginning of part 3. You can do it.